Hello everyone, this is Sanjana Timsuna for IndoThai News. This week I have a very special guest with me. She is Mrs. Aakriti Sultania, the president of Lions Club Silom. We have a very exclusive interview with her, so do stay tuned for this interview. We have carried out this program keeping in mind the COVID protocols that the government of Thailand has laid out. So our interview will be done wearing a mask. Do stay safe, do stay protected.
Hello, Namaste, Swadika. I'm Lion Aakriti Sultania. I'm the president of Lions Club Silom for the year 2020 to 21. I'm here today at IndoThai News Channel to talk about our wonderful organization and some of the incredible work and charity events that we have been able to organize during the past year. Now, due to ongoing pandemic and keeping everybody's safety in mind, we are going to conduct the interview wearing masks. These are very important. Make sure you wear them. Stay safe.
Hello everyone. Welcome to IndoThai News Leadership in Action program. With me today, I have a very special guest with us. She is Mrs. Aakriti Sultania, who is the president of Lions Club Silom. She has very successfully completed her term as the president for the year 2020 and 2021. Let us all welcome to this interview session. Welcome, Mrs. Sultania.
Thanks so much. It is an honor and a privilege to be here. Thanks for inviting me here today.
Okay, we are very, very glad to have you here as well. So our audience, you must be wondering, what is this Lions Club or where is this word coming from? So would you like to tell our audience a bit more about what this Lions Club is and what are its objectives as an organization?
Certainly. Lions Club International is the world's largest service organization with over 46,000 clubs in over 200 countries around the world, with over 1.4 million members. These members come from different age groups, different backgrounds, different religions, different walks of life, different belief systems, but they all come together, join hands, just with a common objective in mind, that is to serve humanity and just help out the needy.
Okay, so that's a lot of people. This is a very, very huge organization, and Mrs. Sultania here, she is the president of the Silom's department, right?
Yes.
So there are many branches, and she is from Lions Club Silom.
And Lions Club organization, we all work for the same objectives. Lions Club objectives are something like neighborhood improvement projects, education and literacy services, aid to the blind, to the hearing impaired, people who are suffering from diabetes, just providing support to victims of childhood cancer and their families, hunger relief, disaster relief, which came into play a lot this year, and many other such programs which are just there for humanitarian causes.
Okay, so it feels like a really great organization that looks after each and every department of, where people can be helped and where there are needy people as well. So that's really, really great. Okay, so is Lions Club the only organization for people who are in the business sector, or anybody can be a part of the Lions Club?
I think anybody who has that objective in their mind that they want to help out and give back to the community, they can be a part of Lions Club.
Okay, so it does feel like a very, very good project, helping out the needy, because a lot of people out there, they need our help, and
that's true.
Yes, exactly. So it's going to be a really huge benefit for us if we're able to help the poor and the needy. Okay, so it's a very good project as well, and we all can look it up. Mrs. Sultania, she'll be providing us more details about what Lions Club is and what are its objectives and more other informations in coming questions. But first, now I would like you to introduce yourselves to our audience.
All right. Well, I come from India. I was born in Dehradun, Uttar Pradesh, and we got to travel to many parts of India as my father was a military supplier. Okay. So we got to travel around India before we finally settled in Rajasthan. I'm happily married to a handsome man for 20 years now.
Okay.
I have two adorable and absolutely amazing boys. They are Ariman and Ritvik. They are my heart and my soul. We have been in Bangkok, the land of smiles, as they say, for almost 15 years now.
Okay.
And before moving to Thailand, we have resided in America and Vietnam.
Okay, so like, were you into this, Lions Club and all these kind of projects since the very beginning, or is it just been some time since you got associated with Lions Club?
Actually, to be truthful, I have always been a part of Lions Club since I was a child.
Okay.
My father used to be in Lions Club, and I got to witness and be a part of all the charity events and various programs they used to organize to help out the community. I remember from back then, my dad's friend, Mr. Mahendra Jain, Mr. Manik Chand Gupta, Mr. Subhash Agarwal, they used to be some of the presidents at that time, and I was just so amazed by the incredible work that was happening around me. And I think the seeds, although I did not realize at that time, but the seeds for community service were sown in my heart from that
very young age itself.
From a very young age. And as I grew up, I got married, and as it turned out, my father-in-law was in Lions Club as well.
Okay, so like connections from the very beginning.
Yes, so I was meant to be like that. And in Bangkok 4 years back, we were introduced to Lions Club Silom by our very good friends Lion Amit Singh and Lion Jyoti Thakur. So they introduced us to this club, and there was no looking back, and that is how we got associated with this awesome organization.
Okay, so you've come a very long way, right from the childhood to till now.
So that's why I say I have always been a part of Lions family.
Okay, so that's really nice. You know how the organization works, you know what to do, and that from a very small age. So it's really great as well. So talking about Lions Club, I see you are wearing a very special pin as well. Yes. So like, could you tell the audience about the significance of this pin?
Yes, this pin, this one here is a Lions Club International pin that all the club members wear. But the second pin here is our very special pin for Lions Club Silom. Now this is, if you look at the design, this is a very special design. Our club was established in 1984 by 4 great lions who established this club and worked together tirelessly to just help out the community, help out the needy, and bring good name to Lions Club. And they chose this windmill design, and the 4 spokes of the windmill represents those 4 co-founders.
Okay.
And windmill as itself is a universal symbol for life, serenity, resilience, and perseverance, and that is what Lions Club is for.
Okay.
So our club pin has a very special meaning. Also, if you look closely, the club pin specially took into account the 2 countries, India and Thailand. If you look at the top, is the Thai national flag on the top, and the Indian national flag is represented in the colors of the pin itself.
Okay.
So
very meaningful, quite meaningful.
And at the heart of our pin design is the logo for Lions Club International. And all our members wear the pin close to their heart with lots of pride and lots of honor.
Definitely, they are your symbol. They are what represent you as well. So I see that the story about Lions Club pin, it's very meaningful, and they have quite a lot of history embedded in it as well. So each and every Lions Club, they have their own pins, right? So each of these pins, they have their own significance, they have their own history, and that is the reason why each and every member of the Lions Club, they wear it with so much pride and so much happiness. Yes. So next question that I would like to know is that, as you mentioned earlier, right, so Lions Club is an international project or an organization, and there are different parts of it as well. So can you let us know more about, since you are the president of Lions Club Silom, can you let us know more about your committee as well?
Lions Club Silom has a great committee, a great team of lions who are very experienced, very committed, very devoted, and truly inspirational people. Just like I derive my inspiration from one of my immediate past president, Mr. Pawan Mishra. He has done some incredible work during his term, and looking at him, that's what inspired me, that we should go ahead with such projects and bring more glory to Lions Club. So he's a truly inspirational leader. In my committee this year, as you can see in the poster, our secretary is Mr. Ashok Mishra, who is a very senior and committed member. Our joint secretary is a very well-known person in Bangkok, Mr. Chuan Thakur, and he has been a guide, a mentor, a godfather to me, who has helped me understand the role of president and carry out all the duties properly.
In our committee, we also had another very senior and respected member, Lion Suresh Mutreja, who was always very kind and had a lot of experience and was willing to share his knowledge and wisdom with me and, just carry on these projects. Another member in our team is Lion Vikas Kabra, who is my first VP. He has always been a very, very good friend, a guide, a person who you can turn to just discuss ideas, take suggestions, just to talk it through. And he happens to be a pro at technology, and he was always ready to help out with his designing skills, creating posters, flyers, and videos for our charity events. And he was just very, 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 very helpful. And our second VP is Mr. Amit Singh. He again is a very dedicated Lion who has been with Lions Club for a long time, and he has always come out to help and suggest and be a part of the charity events.
We have Treasurer, Mrs. Anita Sharma, Joint Treasurer, Mr. Raju Manwani. Our membership chairperson is Mr. Ravi Sehgal. And our activities chairperson is Mr. Sanjeev Chaturvedi, the yoga guru.
Yes, the famous. Yes.
The famous one. And we have truly incredible people in our team, as you can see from the poster. And I'm just so proud of all the members and how much work they put in, to make the projects possible.
Yes, it's really important to continue the legacy the previous presidents has put forward, right?
Yes.
So I think since you said in the beginning the term is also ending as well.
Yes.
So what would you like to say to the upcoming president?
All right. So my term is just about to end, and I will hand over to the next incoming president, Mrs. Usha Mishra, and she will be the president for next year. And I just wish her all the best for her presidency. And I'm so sure, because she is a truly, truly amazing person, and I'm very sure she will be able to carry out her responsibilities well. And again, she has chosen a very strong committee, I'm looking forward to
continue the legacy, right?
Yes. Okay. Carry the flame high.
Yes, very, very nicely indeed. So as we can see here, a lot of things are going on with the committee. People are still being elected and all, but yet we are still stuck with something that has been bothering us for a very long time. You can see here we are all here in mask as well. So
true.
COVID has been affecting a lot of people since past few years. It's almost 2 years now. So how has this affected the projects, the objectives of Lions Club, and how has your committee been able to tackle this problem of COVID and come out as a good club, doing their work, doing anything, just fulfilling their objectives?
Yes, you're correct. This year has been especially hard because of ongoing pandemic, and it's severely affected one and all, I would say. There's no single soul who has not been affected due to ongoing pandemic.
Yes.
The businesses are hitting rock bottom. People are losing their jobs, their means to earn, and especially the people who are daily wage workers and lower income group, they are bearing the brunt of it. They don't have enough income to make the both ends meet, and they are really struggling even to get 2 meals a day. So it has been really difficult time for everybody, but as you say, and as we say, adversity brings out the best in people. So although it was a tragic time, but I'm so happy Lions Club Silom and its members were able to put their worries behind and carry out that thought, service before self, and come and join together and bring out projects to help out the severely affected communities in Bangkok. So yeah, I'm really happy.
Okay, so it's good, despite everything, we are still out there helping the community, helping people in need. Because in Thailand, I believe that a lot of people, they're day-to-day income or earners.
Yes.
So that's the reason why.
Just like you said, they were affected, like we were all affected, but looking at their situation, they were just so much affected that just trying to help out, that thought in our heart was so strong that we took all the precautions because it was ongoing pandemic, but we were still able to carry out the projects and help those communities.
Yeah, so that's a really, really great task done by the Lions Club as well. Yes, exactly. COVID-19, it has affected everyone a lot, and moreover in Thailand, when people are day-to-day income earners, they have been even more adversely affected with it. Yes. So, despite all of these, I see that Lions Club, they have been able to make a difference in people's life as well. So, in your term as the president of Lions Club Silom, would you like to let our audience know, what are the projects, what are the programs that Lions Club Silom carried out?
Right. Yes, during the past year 2021, Lions Club Silom were able to carry out over a dozen different activities, charity events and programs to help out different sectors and different communities. And now we don't have time to talk about all the projects, but I would like to tell you about some
highlights.
Yes. So our first project during the term was a program called Gift of Happiness, and this was a project we carried out in a small school which is situated in the slums of Prakasamai, and Prakasamai is near Bangna. So this was a very small school, and which had 60 children aged from 3 to 8, and they used to come around from all different nearby slums, and they were the children of daily wage workers and cleaners and sweepers who barely have earnings to keep running their lives. So this was a charity school which was free of cost to them. So on one of the projects, I just visited the school, and the teachers were lovely, the children were just brilliant, but looking at their playground, as you can see in the picture, they had just a very, very old, rusted and bare minimum structure for playground.
Yes.
But as we feel every child deserves happiness,
yes.
And as education is important, even equally, physical exercise is equally important. But they were not getting that, and when I went to the school, actually they had barred off that area because some part had broken off, so it was unsafe for the children, and they were not even able to play on that structure for over 2 months at that time.
Imagine being a student and you cannot go outside
and they were
play.
just so beautiful children. So Lions Club Silom had this project where we took out their whole old set, and we replaced it with a beautiful, colorful, perfectly safe playground set for them. And we had all grass laid out for them and this beautiful structure all on it, and the children were just so happy, overjoyed, just looking back at the day, their eyes were lit up with excitement. They were giggling, and I can still hear their voices in my head.
Yes.
And it was just so beautiful to watch them just burst out into that playground and get to hop on those new structure.
Yes.
So that was a beautiful program, and we even prepared goodie bags to give out to each child, so they could take away milk and hygiene kit, towels, and ready snacks and lots of different things that they can take home. So it was just a beautiful program, and not just members from a Lions Club. It was the first project, but we had a good attendance. We got contribution and help from people outside our Lions fraternity. And during that day, on the inauguration of the playground, our district governor, our 3 past district governors came that day. We had Lion Club members and even people from outside Bangkok community. They came together to be a part of this
gift of happiness.
Yes, gift of happiness.
The gift of happiness.
Yeah, and you could just see that it was actually a gift of happiness. We were all able to give them some smiles, give happiness to them. So that was the first project, and it was a very heartwarming experience for all our members. So this was the first project we had carried out. This was back in September.
Okay, so it's quite some time now, right?
Yes, so that was the first project. I think the next big project we did was was called Donate to Celebrate, and this we carried out during the time of Diwali. So as we see it during Diwali, we spend so much of money giving gifts to each other, making the house beautiful. But this was a project that we carried out, and it was like donate to celebrate. This is a different form of celebration. Donate towards a good cause so that you can, light
other people's life as well, not just your house, but in other people's life as well.
That's true.
Indeed.
So we were able to carry out this charity event in Wat Thung in Sukhumvit 101. /1. And again, it was beautiful to see all the district members, line members, people outside line fraternity came together on this event, and we were able to help out more than 300 families from different slums and provide them with basic essential and food items like rice, oil, detergent, hygiene kits, towels, toothbrush, toothpaste, and fish oil, and lots of things.
Something they would need on a daily basis.
As you can see in the picture, like they were really so thankful, and it was just evident with the smiles on their faces.
True. Yes, like giving back to the community in times of our happiness as well.
Yes.
So it's it brings just a feeling of happiness,
That is
feeling
true.
of gratitude, and being able to give back to the community. It just feels so personal and so nice. So it's good to know that Lions Club Silom, they have been doing a lot of things to give back to the community as well. In the very same community that we are taking from,
Of course.
we're giving back as well. So it's a really good cause indeed. So yes, all of the projects carried out by Lions Club, they're always very incredible. So are there any more projects that you would like to share with our audience?
Oh, of course. There was another project that we carried out on the occasion of Women's Day, and this was aimed towards preventing diabetes, which is a major disease that is spreading around the world, and people are getting affected by it. So this was a prevention program by following yoga. So the name was Follow Yoga, Beat Diabetes. And this was carried out by our yoga master, Lions Chaturvedi. And again, this program got a lot of positive response from Bangkok community. Our district members, line members from outside came to join in this was a free session where they could come and avail the benefits of yoga, learn. There was a talk, intro talk and question answer session where you could learn and understand what diabetes actually is and how can you actually prevent it even before it occurs in your body. And if you already have diabetes, what steps can you take, besides medicine? What changes can you make in your daily life to overcome that disease? And again, because we have our member Lion Sanjeev Chaturvedi, who's a yoga master, he was able to show different positions and yoga postures that would help one and all. So this was a very beneficial program and was appreciated by one and all. So this was carried out on the occasion of Women's Day, as I said.
Okay, very nice. Like how these days a lot of people, instead of taking medications and going to see a doctor, they're more into yoga and then healing the body naturally. So it must have been a really effective program as well. Okay.
And again, like I forgot to mention, the director of ICC, Indian Cultural Center, Embassy of India, she was the chief guest for our program that day.
That's amazing as well. Okay. So like along with these kind of programs, like what are the other programs that you like to share?
I think another program I would like to mention is Lions Day. It's World's Lions Day, and this is a day where the Lions Club all around the world celebrate a special day and celebrate the spirit of lionism, and they carry out special events and special activities on the same day. So in Thailand we had this organized World's Lions Day, and 70 clubs from our district joined together to arrange this enormous charity event where we were able to help out more than 1,500 people. They were all given their food essentials and daily necessities. They had a range of food stalls where they could enjoy, local delicacies and hot meals. Of course, this was all free of cost. They had camps for health checkups, eye checkups, free spectacles, activities for children. They had a range of activities for all of the people participating there, and there were lucky draws where they were given like appliances, microwave, TV, just fridge and everything.
It must have been a gala for everyone.
This was because imagine one club can do something, but when 70 clubs join hands together, this was an enormous event, and it was just like I was in awe of all the things that were happening around us. So it was like amazing, beyond everything I could have ever imagined.
Yes, and to have see that all under your presidency, it must have been even more great because wow, I did it. We did it. In
We
fact.
did it.
Yes, in fact, we did it.
It's
So-
always a teamwork.
Yes, you can never go very far alone if you're going
Yes.
if you're going all by yourself. So it must have been really really great as well.
Another project that we did a little while ago was a care package for Ruth Elderly Home Center. And again, because of ongoing pandemic, they were facing a difficult time and they were not getting enough help from other people to, just bring meals to them. So this is Ruth Elderly Home Center, where there are a lot of people who are retired, who don't have families to take care of them. So we could not go to them, but we did find out a way in this situation. So we were able to gather everything that they needed, from rice, oil, fish sauce, and everything they demanded. Toilet paper, that was a big demand from them, and detergent, and everything that they needed. They gave us a list and we were able to arrange everything. And then a representative from their organization came to us and took all the stuff and delivered it to them. So this was a way out in pandemic to still help those people in need and keeping our members and keeping those elderly people safe.
As well, exactly, where there is a way, there is a will.
So when the stuff reached them, they sent us this picture, and just you can see the joy on their faces. We were able to send them like 4 months worth of food supply that they would need. So they were really, really happy.
Okay, so that's quite a lot as well. It was very important for us to take care of those elderly people as well, and then we were able to do our part as well. So that's really, really nice of you. So it must have been really, really amazing to witness a lot of people, being benefited by the organizations coming together.
True.
Yes, so it must have been a very, very happy day for you.
Yes, that's true. So this was an immense program that happened as Lions Day. Apart from that, we recently organized another charity activity that was called Spread Smiles. And we were literally able to spread smiles to, like children bear the brunt of it for no reason. They are such innocent faces and they bear the brunt of ongoing pandemic because their parents have lost their jobs, they don't have income, they don't have just means to even provide for 2 meals a day. So we were able to again put out a charity program, and this was at the peak of pandemic. So it was a very, very difficult for all of us as well. But again, Lions Club Silom was resilient and,
coming out to do something.
Yes, so we were able to put out this charity event that helped out more than 400 children. And they came from the most severely affected slum. There was 4 slums around Bangkok that were severely affected due to ongoing pandemic. And we were able to help out those 400 kids. That fall under the care of Foundation for Slum Child. And this falls under royal patronage as well. So we were able to, just collect a lot of items to go out to each child. So we were able to donate a full art set, 160 pieces art set, drawing books, milk and juices and snacks and socks, masks, and a lot of different items to each child. And again, just like any other event, we got a lot of support from our district lions, our district governor, and our Lion Club members, as well as just Bangkok community outside our Bangkok Lions fraternity. We got so much help from individual members as well as some of the big associations of Bangkok. So I think they just resonated with the project and the cause, and they all came out that we want to help you out. So this was a very, very good charity event, I feel. And just to be able, just seeing their faces and just to feel that you have been able to help them out is a true, true
happiness and satisfaction.
Yes.
Too,
so, and that's why the project was called Spread Smiles.
Okay, so you Lions Club has been spreading smiles, spreading happiness, and a lot of more things. So, to be able to give back to people during this time, I think it's really, really important as well, because a lot of people, it's very difficult for them to, make their ends meet, to be able to afford 2 meals a day, because there is barely anything coming in. So it's a really, really good task.
Thank you. I think I would just like to talk about one more event, and that is about there is an organization near Burma border. It's called Ban Undrak, which takes care of 130 children who are either they are abandoned by their families or they are orphaned. So they are they are taken care by this organization, non-profit organization, and they just take care of all those children. And as you know, because of ongoing pandemic, they haven't been able to go to school. And if you can't go to school, of course, you have to access all that material online.
Yes,
but
true.
being in that organization, in that foundation, they don't have enough resources to provide gadgets and laptops to the children. So again, our Lions Club Silom was able to help. You just donate them a laptop. We have just ordered another all-in-one computer, HP computer for them. We were able to send them masks, so we sent them to them, and they were just seriously overjoyed because the president there told me that they don't have enough resources. They don't have enough money to buy or provide those children with all those things. So the children are now able to learn computer and access those education materials and further their studies, which will also help them as they grow up. Computer education is a must.
True.
In every field. Doesn't matter which field you want to go to in your education, and as you grow up, even with your procurement of jobs.
True.
So in some way we have been able to help those children.
Yes.
Just for today and even for the
Tomorrow,
future.
true, exactly. Just not for today, but then for the coming days as well. And during this time, everything has moved online, like businesses to schools to even smallest things, that you used to go to groceries for getting it, you're getting it online. So in this world that has been very, very highly digitalized and with the very fast-paced moving technology, it's really, really important for those young kids to be able to learn and be able to be accustomed with how these things work.
With the same thought, we moved with this because we
Yes.
thought if we have to make a difference in their lives, what should we do?
True.
And they were so surprised to even hear that. Are we offering them to give them computers? And they were like, whoa!
Yes, exactly, because for those kids, it could have been something they might have never imagined as well. So it's a really, really good task under your presidency, right? A lot of people have been coming and doing as well, but it's really good that under your presidency as well, you were able to carry out really, really good tasks and good deeds
And
as well.
needless to say that we have been able to carry out all these tasks, but it's just not me. It's like the
It's a
whole
whole
team.
team. Exactly
We have this
true.
amazing team at Lions Club Silom that always works together and makes the impossible possible. Just like I mentioned, my successor, Lion Pavan Mishra, our joint secretary, Lion Chuan Thakur, Lion Vikas Kabra, who is always guiding me, supporting me, our members, some of our, Mr. Manjul Kapoor, who is an older person, but he doesn't let his age stand in the way. He's always ready. Okay, any projects happening, I will be there. And there are so many people. They are also motivated and inspiring.
Exactly.
So they all come together. Mr. Amit Singh, Miss Jyoti Thakur, Mrs. Sonia Manwani. They are also dedicated. Also our members, Lion Dipesh and Lion Payal Jain, because. Communication was a problem sometime, and they're proficient in Thai, so they were
doing all the things in between
Yes.
as well. True.
So a true team with members who carry lion spirit in their heart,
Exactly.
and which made all this possible.
True, because just doing alone you are not going to go very far. So we need
I
a team.
think one person can go some distance, but together
as a team you're going
Yes,
to go even more
yes,
further.
yes.
So it's really, really great as well. So as you said that there was some challenges as well in order to carry out these many programs very successfully. I understand that each of the team members, they had to face some challenges as well. So what were one of your biggest challenges during your term?
I think the only challenge I would say in the beginning, although it was that in a foreign land, and especially when I couldn't speak or understand Thai at all, just organizing all these different events and communicating with the people there and finding out these worthy causes, and also at the same time communicating with other Lions clubs and district members, our senior members, our district governor, and they are not proficient with English, and I can't understand Thai. So the communication was a real challenge in the beginning. But I had, they gave me such a warm welcome, and they were so willing to understand my problem as well. They came out to help me. They, they did their best, and it was a funny solution. We learned to communicate in a funny way, which was half Thai, half English, but it just sort of worked, and we made it work. And I'm just so, just so thankful and so humble to have worked alongside with such, beautiful, kind-hearted people in our club, in other Lions Club, as well as district.
Where there is a will, there is indeed a way. So, you're just going to find it out. So now, can you speak Thai or no?
Oh, no. Technology to my advance.
Okay.
No. I speak very bare minimum Thai. I can go for shopping and go for taxi. I can instruct the taxi driver, but that's the extent of it. But I did use my, some of my friends came to my rescue. Other than that, Google Translate.
Definitely, Google Translate.
Google
helped everything.
Yes,
too.
so they were the aides that helped me, and it was just like the kind-hearted people that I worked with. So they were willing to make it work, and just made me feel like a family.
Yeah, so just that way you overcome every challenges that you're going to face in future as well. So that's great. And I was very curious about another thing. During this time, a lot of people, they tend to be more laid back, just not do any work, not go outside, not interact with people, given the situation, given the dangers and the problems of the situation right now. What motivated your team to just go outside and still be able to give back to the people even during these tough times?
I think, as I said, everybody was suffering, but just thinking about those people who are living on daily wages and who don't have enough resources to even get 2 meals a day. So they are in like worst possible conditions. So just thinking of those people, you want to reach out to them. And when you're able to do that, there's the feeling of happiness, deep satisfaction, and the feeling that you get is beyond anything else. That you have been able to reach out and make a difference in somebody's life. And I think that's a true reward in itself, and it's so fulfilling. So just at the end of the day, just remembering that one smile that you have been able to put on somebody's face makes it all worthwhile.
True. No wonder you've been able to carry out these noble projects even during these difficult times. So it's a really good thing as well. So another, when you're working with a lot of people, you tend to get a lot of advices, you tend to get a lot of knowledge and experience as well. So would you like to share our audiences the best advice that you've got till now?
I think if I had to pick one, I think I'll pick the advice that I got a few years back that deeply resonated with me and has stuck with me throughout these years. And the advice goes as, when God gives you more, don't build taller walls, instead lay out longer tables. Which is like the words are tricky, but it easily means that when God is kind on you, when you are fortunate enough to get more wealth, resources, any kind of, you're more fortunate to get those, don't build stronger walls around you to protect yourself, to protect the resources, to alienate yourself or get aloof. Instead of that, open the doors, find out the needy people, share your resources, share what God has gifted to you, to share it with other people, and that will bring you true happiness and true pleasure that nobody can take away from you. So just share out whatever you have, the resources, your help, your knowledge, share out with other people. Indeed. So that is what is meant by lay out longer tables.
Okay, so indeed, like the more you share, the more people know, the more you learn as well. So it's going to be, it's going to benefit not only you but the entire community as a whole. How powerful is it, indeed? So as you are very used to getting advices and getting knowledges and experience. As an outgoing president for Lions Club Silom, what advice would you like to give to our young people out there?
I think I would say what I have learned through these years. Life is this amazing journey, and it will always have its ups and downs, challenging times, difficult people who will try to, pull you down and put hurdles in your way. But don't let anything ever stop yourself or believing in yourself. Just believe in yourself, take a leap of faith, make a splash, give it your best shot, and keep hustling, keep working hard, and it will all fall in place. Just believe in yourself. Don't let anything ever stop you. Onwards and upwards always.
Okay, that's a really good. Just keep going. The things that are going to fall in place, they will definitely fall right there. You don't have to do anything at all, but we have to keep working indeed.
Yes.
So, as you said before, right, you shared it with our audience that you had always want to be this, a part of Lions Club. You had someone, a lot of people were there to guide you, to show you the path of this amazing journey. So there must have indeed been a role model in your life as well.
I would say my parents are the strongest influence in my life. We were 3 sisters and 1 brother, and my parents have brought us up with such strong moral values and traditions that their teachings always come in play whenever I'm making any decision in my life, big or small, doesn't matter. My mom and dad always emphasize the value of hard work, staying humble, kind, staying grounded, and most importantly, staying true to yourself and staying positive. And that is like their teachings are always with me. Apart from that, I feel that during my life I had the pleasure of knowing so many great people in my life, and I derive some of my inspiration from each one of them.
True.
So as I was a child, from my school, my principal, Mr. Dheer, and he was an immense personality, such a strong, immense personality, such a knowledgeable person, and he was my role model at that time. My teachers, Mrs. Matharu, who was my class teacher, Mr. Prakayastha, and the teacher who turned my life around, my maths teacher, Mr. Verma. I owe all my academic ability to him. So, and when I started working, I feel Mrs. Karen Handrati, she was the primary head at Harrow International School, and she was this immense, knowledgeable person, very strong, independent, forward-thinking lady. And I was in awe every time I met her, so I got to learn so much from her. So she was a guide to me, a role model to me at that time. And as we progressed on, I joined another organization, and I got an opportunity to work with this amazing person called Mrs. Tracy Houston. She was the chairman of Silk International Ladies Group, and she was just this little packet of energy, and she was so proactive, so thoughtful, and she was like everywhere. She was involved in so many projects, she was doing so much for the community, and everything was perfect. So I always used to think, how is she managing everything?
Being everywhere.
Yes. And I was in the committee at that time. I was the membership chairperson, and I just got to learn so much from her in those 2 years. So I just took a little bit away from her as well. And I would say in my current workplace, my leader, Mrs. Caroline, she is the head of the Department for Learning Support at St. Andrews International School, and she is the embodiment of all the virtues, all the qualities you would imagine in a leader. So I, just working alongside her, you feel the compassion. She's a true inspiration. She's so nurturing, so kind, and always ready to help out. So I'm so thankful that I'm working with her. Apart from that, I would say Lion Chuan Thakur. As I mentioned, he's like a godfather. He has helped me learn and understand so many different aspects of Lions Club and helped me with all the projects. So he has been a great leader, great mentor to me. So yeah,
everyone you meet in your life, they have something to offer you, and we have something to learn from them as well. So it's good that right from the very young age you have some people to get some knowledge, to get some experience from them. So really,
sometimes
really
role
nice.
models, as you see in books or in TV, they are people who you would find really inspiring, but you have never met them. But these people are real people I've met in my life, and I've seen them with my own eyes.
Yes, and on a daily basis you interact with them, you learn from them. So it's definitely must have been a great experience for you as well. So apart from being a very great lion and a really, really good president to the Lions Club Silom, what are your hobbies as well? So let us tell our audience, what are the hobbies that led you to be someone that you are today? You know, very influential, very talented, very humble, and very ground-to-earth. So what are the hobbies that, you know, paved the path to over here?
For me, my hobbies are altogether different, or a different side of me.
Okay.
I like everything creative and everything unique. I like paintings, acrylic paintings. I do resin artwork. I learned kirigami.
Okay.
I learned quilling.
That's very interesting.
I love baking and decorating these elaborate cakes.
Okay.
Those are like my passion. Sometimes I'm up till 3 a.m. in the night working on my cakes. So that is like a passion for me. So doing that, I love dancing. I love to sing, although I'm not a good singer, so I'm just a bathroom singer.
Okay, but then you still have this really, really huge passion in the sector of art as well, and not
Yes.
just in the leadership,
Yes.
but in arts too.
I love to keep learning something new. Whenever I find something unique, there's a fire in me. How do you do that? I need to learn that.
True.
And I have these like amazing 2 boys, Aryan and Ritvik. I love to spend quality time with them because I'm working as well, so we don't get the whole day. But whatever time we have, we try to spend it in a quality way, doing some projects together or fun things together, or sometimes just random crazy stuff.
Okay.
So eating ice creams, binge watching Netflix.
Just you know, bonding with the kids as well.
Yes. So
true.
sometimes we have family nights where we all sit down with popcorns and ice creams and just binge watch Netflix.
Yes, everything, you know, these days, anything that we do, it is a part of our hobby, because you can barely go out and do something very interesting and fun. So just take it all back and keep it inside our home as well. So that's really fun. I see that, you know, you, besides your work life, you have a really fun and very creative side to you as well. And maybe a lot of people do not get to experience that, but today with this interview, it made me feel that, you know, Mrs. Aakriti Sultania, she's not only the president of Lions Club Silom, but she's also a very fun, very interesting, and very amazing person to interact with as well.
Thank you for those kind words.
It's my pleasure to, you know, have you here. It's even more great honor for IndoThai News to have you here. So with this, we have almost come to the end of our today's interview session. I would like to thank Mrs. Sultania for taking your very busy time and coming here and, you know, just telling and sharing your experience to our audiences. And I believe that it must have been a great honor for our audience as well to hear from her. So thank you very much, Mrs. Sultania.
Thank you so much for having me here. It was an immense pleasure, and it was good to, you know, share this knowledge with you all about all the what Lions Club is doing. So
okay, that's great as well. So, you know, before we take a leave from here, is there any words of encouragement or anything that you would like to tell to our audience?
I would just say that IndoThai News, the team here, is doing some incredible work. They are giving platform to the new artists, singers, dancers. They are doing some incredible work. They are gathering information, news from India and Thailand, and, you know, just making it a common place for all the news here. And they are trying to make it like 2 nations, 1 heart. So just keep following them, spread the good work around, and, you know, just all the best to IndoThai News team.
Okay, thank you very much. We are definitely trying our best. So do not forget to, you know, like and subscribe to us so that you do not miss out on any updates that we are trying to bring out to our audience. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much, Mrs. Aakriti Sultania, for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and namaste.
Namaste. To get updates on Lions Club Silom, you can follow our link to our Facebook page, and all the details of our upcoming charity events and programs that we organize, you can get it from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.